Welcome to a new channel. We are today here in Sonaria because it had an update. Namely, two new creatures. One that isn't new, which is the Sonaria, and this one, which is new, which is called the Norskog. Really cool creature. Recommend to check it out. I mean, for collector's purposes so far, I haven't really gotten into whether it's good or not, as I don't really know yet. But, the Norskog, or Norskog, has the following stat traits. Max health 2000, max stamina 150, speed 18, damage 120, appetite 60, bleed 0, but it has a bleed defense of 10%. Very interesting. It doesn't have an ability, and it doesn't have a breath. So, before we continue, I want to see if I can find a present for you guys so I can show you how you can get belts, which is the currency, essentially. You don't get to see the currency in game, but and you don't get to see it here either. Okay, I thought maybe you get to see it. So you see how there's presents? You click them and you get trivias. For example, what ability does the Flixit have? Now I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't have any ability. But I'm gonna go with this one. It was breathe. Okay. And then there's another present right here. Let's try this one. What ability does the Phyluff have? Oh, I know this one, but I can't remember. Was it bleed defense or bleed? Because I don't think it had poison. I think it was. It was bleed defense. So now you get the gist of how this works, right? You go up to these presents. They have a little bit of flashing particles emitting from them, and that's basically how they work. I don't know this one. I think it has a poison attack. Like these are tricky to know, and you're on a timer as well. You see this little blue line? You have to like do that. I think none. Oh, poison defense. Yeah, I'm not so good at this, as you can tell. I'll do one more. What ability does the Citralantis have? I know this one. I know this one. It's necro poison. Ow! I thought it was necro poison. I'm dumb today. I don't know why. Let's do. This is the last one. Koiki. I always think it's one thing, and then when one that I think it is not. I know I said that was the last one. I lied. This is the last one. What abilities does the Rex have? I don't know. I'm gonna go with bleed. I was right. So you get a little tick telling you that you're correct. Basically, it means. Oh, I'm gonna just grab that mushroom. Don't mind if I do. Basically, that means. It means that you can go ahead and check your. You can go ahead and check how many bells you have. Now, I don't know myself, as I've gotten 2 right. So I got 1 off camera right, and then this one. But I got this with, you guessed it, the Robux. Oh, look, there's another thing there. I'm gonna go grab it before it despawns. You can sell those, you know. Either way, I'm actually not selling them. I'm giving them to a friend. And back to the creature now. We've wasted enough time talking about nonsense. Here we are, the creature. We're gonna listen to its calls now. Now that I've showed you how the event works a little. Basically, presents, answer to questions, or sometimes unscramble a name to get the things correct. So, now, let's listen to how it sounds with number 1 to go first. Interesting. Let's listen to number 2. Like that. Let's go on ahead and listen to number 3. Oh, wow. That was really cool. I like that one. Let's go and listen to the final one, number 4. That sounds really cool. I like all of the 4 sounds that this creature has to offer. They are really cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the laying animation, which is not unique, but it's pretty nice either way. It looks like a really cool creature here. And then the sitting animation. Okay, this is unique because it's got those up in the air like a little dog and sitting like that. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at aggro and cower with cower to begin. This is the cower. Nothing too special. And then we've got Agro right here. Going crazy. Look at that. He is going crazy. I like that. So that was all of the actions and calls and emotes. Um, it doesn't fly. Oh yeah, it does fly. I didn't realize that it could fly. Okay, so it's a flyer. Keep in mind, that's really good because it's really very fast when it comes to flying. I didn't know it could fly, but then you didn't expect that because no wings or anything. But hey, this is really nice. Nice surprise. So it flies, has no ability. Not the fastest when it comes to running, but boy oh boy, it hits different when you fly. This is fast, really fast. So I mean, I recommend getting this thing. It's only 2,500 bells, which shouldn't take too long to grind, especially if you have a private server. Then you're even more lucky. We're just gonna fly to this water hole because obviously we need to drink some water, and we'll go ahead and talk about rating a little. Well, before we do that, let's go over the colors that we have because these are the default colors. So the default colors are blue, which you know is my favorite color by now, combined with white and a dark blue and like a yellowish golden um, color thing, which is really nice. I like that a lot. Now, you see this big plate on the top. In a female, there is one on the tail as well. Do keep that in mind. So that's the difference. Now, let's go ahead and rate this thing because it looks amazing and I am excited to tell you my rating. And I'm going to go ahead and begin by rating it based on the stats. Stats being 2000 max health, 150 stamina, 18 speed, 120 damage, 60 appetite, no bleed, but 10% bleed defense. So, for it being a tier 3 with night vision, 2 out of 3, I almost forgot to mention those, I would say these stats makes quite a lot of sense for a tier 3. So therefore, my personal rating is 10 out of 10 stat wise. And then look wise, well, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm rating this one look wise. You guessed it, 10 out of 10. Easy peasy. This looks really good. I like it. So then, total of 10 out of 10, guys. I do hope that was interesting of a video for you, because I've shown you how to do pretty much all of the things you need to know in this event. And keep in mind, this is week 1. Week 2, I'm gonna guess and say we get either like a something else new and a Jotunal, or we'll get 2 new ones, and then week 3 we'll get a Jot and maybe Warden. Because I do feel like the Boreal Warden could make a comeback. I'm not sure though. But with that said, thank you for watching this video, and I'll hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great little day, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.